It's your boy Ben Humble, yeah, that CEO. Can you hear me? Let him roar, let him go. Hey, one time. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a little bit of joy in your life today. So if you can hear me, give me a little comment. Let me know what's up. Hey, we're about to get this party started. Yeah, man. DJ Humble on the mix. Yeah. Here we go. The comments roll like one time, one mind, one body, one mind. Hey, it's your boy. Yeah, you know that Humble CEO, make it rain, make it go. I can hear you ever say, what up, Kevin Hawthorne, here we go. Yeah, man, I'm gonna make a Hawthorne move here. Somebody saying, sound great, fan. Yeah, buddy, come on, money. Talk about that cash flow, sonny. Here we go, let it roll on the show. Boy, Humble CEO, you know how we make it go. Yeah, what's up, everybody? If you're vibing with me, give this thing a little bit of a share. We got 16 of you all on here. Give me your name. Tell me what's up. What's up, Tessa? Yo, Tessa, hey. Every day I'm making a day like cash flow. And we make it rain. Love the yellow hat today. Somebody say it in the comments. In the comments. Yeah, I'm going to drop it like a comment. Here we go. There's 14 of you on the show. I'm the boy, Humble CEO. Which color do you want more? Do you want the yellow? Do you want that armor green? Do you want the red cap? Do you want me to make it white? Let me be seen. It's your boy. And we got the blue. All them toys. Here we go. Yeah, listen, we're going to talk about real estate in 1 second. But first, before I do all of that, tell me what color you want me to rep. I got my boy yellow in the house. We can rock the yellow. I got blue in the house. We can rock the blue. I got white in the house. We can make it right. Somebody say like army green. Make them seen. It's your boy. Yeah, we on the screen. We so mean. And we got red. That's the Humble color, y'all. Yeah. What do you say? We got army green. All right. We got a red. Let me see. Woo! Army green in the house. We got a red. Can we get more than just one red? We're tied between army green and red. What do we got? Yeah. You guys vibing with me? Man, I'm seeing these comments roll. All right. We got army green. We got red. We got anybody else? Come on. Red matches the chair. I might just flex on this a little bit. We got one more. You only got 20 seconds to decide before we jumping in. We got 2 reds. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, we're here. Drop a freestyle. It's your boy. Haven't been on this track in a while. Here we go. It's a new style. And we're making it a new wow. We wilding out every day. It's a new pile. Yeah, we talking about the truth, not the shit. Come on. Let's make it spit. Drop it humble. Drop it roll. Here we go. No, green is the money color. Green is the money color. All right, we're going to rock the green. You guys are here. We got a few of you guys on the call. All right, I'm DJing my own tracks here today, so let me go ahead and kill the track. But that track is fire, though. All right. Welcome back. Today, I wanted to come and give y'all some love. It's your boy, Ben Humble, live. Today, we're talking about some cool stuff in the real estate space. How many of you guys are real estate people? Drop a hand up. By the way, I am live right now in the CFT CashFlow Tribe family community group. If you guys don't know what CashFlow Tribe is, y'all need to check this out. We got 6,000 members strong in our Facebook community. If you guys are here, God bless you. We love you. We're going to serve on you today. I'm also live on the Ben Mearson page. I think I'm live on YouTube. I'm live in a couple different locations. Coming at you with this crazy message here today. So I got a request, right? Somebody said, hey man, can you talk about, I know you get a lot of questions, but can you talk about what do you do in a hot market? What do you do in a declining market? What do you do? Instead of getting one-on-one and answering all these questions, I thought it'd be more prudent to jump on here and share the message with the world. Give everybody a little bit of context of what I'm doing, what you can do right now. So if you stick with me, I'm going to share with you my secrets of the next few minutes. By the way, if I caught you in the middle of like driving, do not get a speeding ticket. Just put me on audio only. You can watch this video later. It will be here for the replay. So don't get too upset. If I caught you in the middle of doing house chores, I mean, you don't need to sweep that badly. Let's get dialed in here. We're going to jump right in. And I will not pander you. I will just make this happen. This is a new thing, by the way. I keep getting these requests to jump on live, and guys, I don't do enough content live. Frankly, I just have a lot of real estate and deals on the go, and a lot of one-on-one mentorship that we do with CashFlow Tribe and our community called the Council within CashFlow Tribe. Let me make sure. By the way, give me a thumbs up if you can. Is my Wi-Fi good? Is my Wi-Fi good? Am I good to roll? Just give me a few thumbs up if you got my audio crisp and clear. If not, then I'm gonna have to make some moves. It says my connection is unstable. Shiza. Unstable. Connection is fairly good. All right, we're at 2 bars. We're getting to 3 bars. All right, dropping some bars. That's cool. Let me get a couple of thumbs up from you guys. Tell me if the connection is doing all right, because if it's not, I'm gonna have to switch off and do another thing. Let me see. We got some comments coming in right now. Let me see. All right. Nope. Dina says we're rolling. Okay. Linda says we're okay. Definite with the Army. Okay. I got the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, Tribe. I appreciate your love. Appreciate your support. By the way, on the platform that I'm using, a little bit of behind the scenes, this is called StreamYard. So I only see Facebook user. I don't always see your name. So feel free, if you drop a comment, to drop your name next to your comment. Hey, it's me. Don't just say it's me, because all I see is Facebook user. All right, let's make this party happen. So let's jump right into it, guys. I'm going to get into a little bit of training real quick. Before I do that, here's the deal. Most of you guys know my story. Those of you that don't, that are new to our community, real simple. I bought my first place at 21 with creative finance. I bought the second place about 6 months later with creative finance. And I say finance, not finance, because it sounds smarter. I've been doing that for years. So if you're teasing me, that's okay. And by the way, this is in the blue collar city of Windsor, Ontario. Shout out to the blue collars, okay? Bought the third place just before my wedding when I was 23. I had 3 duplexes, living for free, living in one of the properties with my wife. And I went on to buy hundreds of properties all across Canada, mostly in Ontario, a lot in southwestern Ontario, hundreds of deals, a lot of syndications, a lot of joint venture deals, raised now over $40 million for syndications off market. So I'm a big proponent of owning your money and not going through the bank for everything. And now I've been able to kind of travel the last few years, and it's been incredible. I'm coming to you live today from sunny Arizona, where I'm hanging out. I've got some property here in the area. I've got property in Canada, living my best life. If that makes you angry, get over it. You got to live your best life. I'm here to help you do that. All right, cool. But by the way, what I won't do is bullshit you. Is that cool? So if any kind of nonsense, not looking forward to it. And by the way, I have nothing to sell you. There's nothing here to buy. Just come and hang out and have a good time. If that's cool, give me a thumbs up. And if you want me to switch my color, I'm going to try to do this live. Every time somebody goes, if I can get at least 2 of you back to back to give me a different color, blue, white, red, yellow, I will switch these things out. I will switch out the CashFlow Tribe hat over and over and over again, exposing all my baldness that I have. Yes, I'm 37. I am bald as shit. Not really, but I mean, look, guys, I got the receding hairline, all of this stuff. Like, look, if you got a receding hairline, they used to say in my family that we don't have 4 heads, we have 5 heads. So if you got a 5 head like me, shout out to you. Yellow from Chris Hanna, our CEO, fearless leader. By the way, here we go with the yellows. Let's jump right into this. I'll keep switching this game out if you guys play this with me. Cool. Okay, I'll give you a thumbs up. Make sure you guys can see my screen. Boom, there we go. That should be good for you guys. You should be able to see me plow through these slides here. By the way, I got about 10 slides, so let's talk about it. Number 1, I'm pulling up the news data. 3 ways to make money in a volatile market. It says, this just came out, by the way, you need an income of over $220,000 to buy a home in Toronto. Here's what I want to start this conversation with you guys. I want to help you realize something. Number 1, the Canadian dream or the American dream, same thing to me, is owning a house, being debt-free, doing all this stuff. And I want you to realize something, that in other countries of the world, like England, for example, in the 1960s, 50s, and 70s, big corporations came into and started buying a lot of the inventory, almost trying to privatize housing. So something like 60 to 70% of everybody lives in a rental. I want you to realize something really quick off the bat. You are not entitled to the Canadian dream. It's a shitty thing to say, but it's the truth. You owning a house is becoming less and less realistic. If you're just jumping into this home ownership thing for the first time, this investing thing for the first time, you have to understand that nothing is owed to you. It's time for us to take control of our financial freedom and make this happen for ourselves. There is no guarantee. You know, we were in the industrial age up until the last few years where we really moved aggressively into the information age. Canada is about 10 to 15 years behind the United States in technology and development and the way that we conduct and do business. Pretty much up until the pandemic, whatever that word is, up until that time period, most of Canada was still conducted in a very analog way. So all the real estate things went to a lawyer. You had to go to the office. You had to go to the bank. You had to close the deal. Everything is analog. This business really hasn't changed in the last 50 years. It stayed the same until we had a 2-year hiatus, until you had to live in your basement for 2 years. During that time, technology advanced. I was talking with a friend of mine, Alfonso. Some of you guys know him. He runs an awesome community here in Canada. And Alfonso was like, man, you guys really aggressively jumped into this tech space and went digital. And I was like, bud, we had to go digital because we were going to tour the country with CFT and go and do all these amazing things. And we were thrown into a digital environment. We had to pivot or close up shop. So what I want you to realize is you're in the same boat, all of us. We have to be willing to pivot and move towards the digital economy, and we have to pivot and move towards a self-sustaining economy. We built CashFlow Tribe to empower people, Canadians, to take advantage of their own real estate protocol, take advantage of their own deal flow, take advantage of the market cycles, indecision. So I need you to realize real quick before I move on to the next slide, you are not entitled to home ownership. I'm sorry to be the one to say it. I don't want that to be the thing I have to say live and publicly, but I promise one thing to you. One of our core values at CFT is transparency. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to make sales. I won't lie to make it better. I won't lie to make a softer messaging because you don't deserve the lie. I don't deserve the lie. We want the absolute truth. If you can give me an amen on that in the comments, amazing. So here's number one. Don't be a consumer. Guys, this idea that you're going to somehow follow the same rigid process, make the same offers the same way. When you go to the bank makes money selling you consumer products. You're a consumer to the bank. You're not an investor to the bank. One of the main reasons, and hear me on this, if you hear nothing else, hear this one point. One of the main reasons investors, quote unquote, get stuck in this business is because they're trying to consume their way into wealth. You will not consume beyond what the bank tells you you're going to consume. The problem is you walk into a retail bank as a consumer, trying to get a consumer loan. They give you one property, maybe a second, maybe a third. After 5 doors or less, they go, hey, you don't qualify. One of the big concepts at CFT is stop qualifying. You are inherently way more valuable than your net worth, and you're way more valuable than the total debt service ratio that the bank tells you that determines how much real estate you can buy. I had to change my mind. At 21 years old, the bank said, you don't have enough credit. You don't have enough business experience. Your cleaning business, I had a janitorial business, is too small. You don't qualify. I had to find a way to use creative finance to do the deals, OPM, all the stuff we talk about here. Guys, you have to get out of consumer mindset. You're either going to be an investor and a business owner, or you're going to be a consumer. If I can help you break that thinking right away, it can put you on a trajectory where you can absolutely accelerate your real estate growth. But if you come to me or anybody, any educator in Canada, doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what investment philosophy or thesis they use, if you come and say, I'm a consumer, I buy products, I treat my mortgage like I'm buying an Apple computer, I treat my car payment like I do my business. Guys, if you come with this idea that I'm a consumer, you are never going to be financially free. You cannot consume your way to wealth. You've got to create wealth. And to create wealth is a whole different set of fundamental rules around creation. You have to own the money supply. You have to own your deal supply. You have to own what we call people supply or human capital. You've got to create the opportunities if you want to win. I'm just saying this to you. So let me keep going because I know there's a lot of new people probably going to hear this message for the first time. And you're like, dude, how do I make money in an up, flat, or down market? And folks, the first reason is stop being a consumer. Stop trying to walk into a retail bank, Stop trying to walk into the same offer purchase process and expect that you're going to get an advantage. You will not. You're a consumer. Everybody sees you as a consumer. The idea of a power team is bullshit. Let me tell you why. Just because you know a realtor and you know a lawyer and you know an insurance person and you know an appraiser doesn't mean that's a power team. That just means that's a consumer team. You are paying every single one to conduct business with them. They are not growing your business. They are selling you products and services where hopefully you can figure out the game of business. If this strikes a chord with you, say amen. This is not a power team. This is independent business owners all trying to grow their own business. And if you win, that's fine. But their job and their main focus isn't that you're crushing the game of business. Their job is to get paid. Your lawyer's job is to get paid. Your broker's job is to get paid. I'm not saying these people are bad. What I'm saying is they're just like you. They are business owners. They have a business. They're a small business owner. You, my friend, you can choose to become a business owner in this space, or you can remain a consumer in this space. Let me show you why it matters. This is called the cycle of market emotions. If you've never seen this graph, let me explain it to you. So optimism is where we get all excited. By the way, in the charts or in the comments, tell me, where do you think we are right now? Optimism. People are getting excited to buy real estate. Excitement. It's like, oh my God, the prices are going up. It starts to hit the news. Then we go to the thrill stage. The thrill stage is when everybody's buying, everybody's talking about it. The news media is talking about it. And then we go to a level of what we call euphoria. Euphoria is the reason why people are willing to pay $100,000 over asking price, $200,000 over asking price. Quentin Green, thanks for the comment. He says we're in a fear stage. Anybody else? He said, like, guys, euphoria is the reason why we have, and listen, I'm just gonna say something blunt because it needs to be said. I am not here to protect anybody in this industry. If you're a realtor, you've been playing a very aggressive game of hot potato through a euphoric stage, and maybe you don't want me calling you out on this, and maybe there's a lot of bad practitioners and you're a good practitioner. With everything in life, we have people who take advantage and become super greedy, and then we have other people who remain conscious and ethical in the process. But to take a property that's supposed to be sold for $500,000, list it for $399, get $550 or $6, and then tell the world you got $200 over asking price. That is how I know we're in a euphoric state of business. That's how I know we are in a disconnected reality from price to action. Because good people make bad decisions. Good people make greedy decisions, and then it becomes normalized. If you're an agent doing this, I get it. We're all trying to win. We're all trying to play the game. We're all trying to succeed. And I'm not even faulting you because it's not for me to judge you. The world will judge you. That's fine. I don't need to judge you because it doesn't benefit me. Here's what does benefit me. Helping my tribe understand what season of the market cycle we're in. And we were in a euphoric state basically up until 2 months ago. People drastically overpaying, people getting very emotional, missing out on deals left, right, and center. They would borrow from Peter and Paul and their family and put everything they have on the line to buy a house. If you bought a property at the beginning of this year, from January till today, you're probably negative equity. And that's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. Maybe you're pissed off about that. You should be. But here's what I want you to do about that. Instead of blaming everybody about why you're in that scenario, take control of your finances and do something about it. Go and do a bunch of great deals. Go and do some really great investing, and don't worry about the deals that you're losing on. That's my honest opinion. Anxiety, denial, fear, says Quentin. James says Airbnbs are doing great and will continue to do so. Yeah, James, that's a great statement. Thank you for the share. Anxiety, denial, fear, depression. Let me plow through these slides. Check this out. So this is the area I want to talk about right here, from anxiety to denial to fear to desperation to panic. I shared this slide with a small intimate group. We did a retreat a month ago. We had a bunch of Canadians, meet at a property in Denver, Colorado. We sat down there. We actually walked through this together. And we said, what do we do in this marketplace? What do we do when it happens like this? Well, number one, here's the question. Are you ahead of the curve? Are you behind the curve? Let me go back one slide. You need to know that this is how the world works. Emotions will drive decisions. If you bought a house for $300,000 and 3 years later it sells for $900,000, there's no intrinsic component, the cost of the raw materials, did not go up 3 times. Here's what did increase: the fear, the anxiety, the greed, the euphoria increased from 300 to 900. I would argue that the majority of that is called extrinsic value. It's called emotional value. This is called sentimental analysis. The sentiment drives the price, not the intrinsic components. Your income at your job didn't go up 3 times. Why did the house cost go up 3 times? So let's talk about what do we do on the way down. We have a pullback in many cities here in Canada. Some are like a 10%, some are 15%. I'm seeing numbers everywhere. What happens when it goes down? You're like, shit, what do I do? What do I do? Do you wait to buy until it hits the bottom? Will you even find the bottom? Are you waiting to put your money together? Are you just in fear and panic? Are you following the emotions? Are you leading the emotions? Let's talk about this. This is what I did back in 2006. I owned those properties that I told you. I got married when I was 23 years old, and 2008 happened 2 years after I got into the real estate market, and the prices dropped like a rock. And here's what I realized: as the prices dropped, and I'll get to this slide in just a second, as the prices dropped, there was a much bigger divergence between the price, fair market value, and the offers we could make. The further it fell, the lower the price. The further it fell, the lower the price. No different than the inverse relationship. When the faster it rose in the last couple of years, the higher the over ask, the higher the over offers came in, because this is what happens when we have greed and fear markets, is that it displaces the fair market value. It gets really aggressive. And I don't want to get too technical. My point is this. By the way, if you like the speed at which I'm talking, give me a thumbs up. If you want me to slow down, give me a thumbs down. Okay, thumbs up. This is a great speed. Keep it up at this speed. Slow it down, humble. You are going way too fast. I see 3 thumbs up. Thank you for that. If I see some thumbs down, I will slow it down. I will not take it offense. So if I have 8,000 thumbs down on this video, I know why. It's not that my message was crap. It's that you guys wanted me to slow it right down. Okay, cool. So as we're doing this and going into this momentum, this is what happens. If we have a 10% pullback, you need to look at what we call MAO, max allowable offer. Folks, you are going to get equity as the market retraces. This is amazing. You as an investor, not a consumer, you as an investor need to realize that these are the moments when people finally make tough decisions. A pullback in the marketplace forces people into saying, am I selling or staying? There's a fight and flight mechanism that happens. There's another mechanism. There's a third one. There's fight, there's flight, and then there's just immobility. There's literally just, you're frozen. And some people get frozen, some people get flight. But if you bought a house for 300, it was 900 in my local marketplace. By the way, I just sold a house like that. It was pretty cool. And now it's at 800. You're like, I still bought it for 3. Let me get rid of this thing for 750. That happens. It's happening everywhere. In fact, there are so many offers coming off of the market because people's expectations in the last 2 years are that a house would go to the MLS and it would instantly, within a week or 2, sell, and they would get this top dollar. Now they're not getting top dollar. And here's what's going to happen: stagnation. They're either going to take the property off, they're going to take less. They're living in fear. Your job is this: capture equity. In a down market, capture equity. You need to buy. If you're waiting for a bottom, here's what's going to happen. You're going to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. You won't aggregate resources. You won't treat this like a business. By the time it hits the bottom and you hear about it, it's already going to be on the way back up. And then you're going to start buying. You'll be chasing the upside. You will never see a bottom. Here's the big secret: unless you're an active participant in the marketplace. So I have people right now in our mastermind who have houses for sale. They're getting instant feedback, good and bad. That instant feedback is live action, price action, and they're a part of the economic machine. They see exactly what's going on in the marketplace. They see exactly what the offer structures are looking like, the prices. They're getting instant feedback loop going, hey, we're going down, we're stabilizing, we're going down, we're going up. If you wait until the CREA stats come out and the data from your local real estate board, you're going to be at least 30 days behind the marketplace. In a market like this, speed matters. So here's the deal. In a down market, the problem is there's a reduction of equity or perceived equity. And again, let me be super clear. If your house tripled in value and you did 0, I love you, but you're not entitled to 3 times the money. Welcome to the world of commerce. Welcome to the world of capitalism. Welcome to the world of speculation. There's a massive gambling addiction happening in Canadian real estate. It's gambling. That's all it is. As long as you accept that fact and stop defending the fact that your house is worth 3 times what you paid for it, you can start to take advantage of this marketplace and start to win. So the problem is reduced equity from a perceived position, and they're going to take the money from you. Watch this. Your credit cards are going to start drying up. Yes or yes? Let me know in the comments. Your credit, as the rates go up, because they need to stipend the stupidity, that's what it is. They have to pull back on all the financial mechanisms. Our entire market, especially in Canada, is driven by one thing: debt. Debt, consumer debt. That's what makes the world go round. In fact, the greatest product in the world, I've heard it said, is the American dollar, the US greenback. The greatest product in Canada is the Canadian dollar. Every time you get a mortgage, you are promising to pay it back with more Canadian dollars, more debt, more debt, and more debt, and more debt. Debt keeps the world round. When they contract the debt, what happens to you is that all of a sudden your buying power goes away. When your buying power goes away, your confidence goes away. If every single one of you had 900 grand in cash, this would be a different economic machine, but we don't. We have 900 grand in debt. When you refinance your property, debt. When you do the BRRRR strategy, more debt. Unless you sell and exit, which in fact is what I did in large part. I took a lot of money off the table because I wanted to go to cash to ensure that when this market cooled, I didn't have to use only debt as the driver. So as they reduce your capital, it's going to be way harder for you to find money. It's going to be, but the equity will grow. So here's the cool thing. If you can create creative finance deals right now, you can capture equity. I'm talking about vendor take back strategy. So for example, I've done about 100 of these VTBs. This is where a seller decides to hold a piece of the loan. So if you or let's say I sell you a house for $500,000, but that fair market value today, based on what everything else is selling for, is let's say $450. I'm going to agree to sell it to you for $500. You're going to buy the property from me, but you're going to get a first mortgage for, let's say, $300, and the other $200,000 you're going to defer payments. You're going to give me an IOU for $200,000 with structured monthly payments, or not, or you can make it a 5-year balloon payment due later. You as a purchaser are willing to pay more because the seller is financing a part of the deal for you. If you look at the long-term benefit of this, if you can get 0 or close to 0 money from the seller, or you have to pay 5, 6, 7% to the bank, and 5 or 10 years from now, you would have paid way more to the bank in costs of borrowing, in total cost basis on the property, than you getting a $300K loan from the bank and getting $200,000 from the seller at 0% interest. Folks, creative finance is a masterful strategy in a marketplace like this, where you can take advantage of opportunities in the market where the seller can still capture their price, but they're not going to get all the cash today. They're going to just get an IOU with monthly structured payments. And all of this in Canada, especially in Ontario, is done through your attorney, no different than when you bought the property in the first place. So I want you to consider the idea of creative finance in the down market. You need to start getting a lot more creative with your thinking and go, how do I structure a win-win transaction for a seller and myself in this marketplace? Now, to be clear, you make offers on the MLS, you make offers off the MLS, it doesn't matter, but you need to make more offers in this nature, all right? Warren Buffett put this cool quote up. I like this quote a lot. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when everybody else is fearful. It's a powerful quote that I've kept in the back of my mind for years, since the 2008 recession. Even when there's blood on the streets, even when it's your blood, you have to buy. That's the way this goes. When everybody else is running away, living in fear, go back to the slide and you need to go, man, I need some cash flow. I need some opportunities. I need to make this thing work. If you don't, you're just going to be waiting, and waiting is not the game. Let me play you the song one more time, because just here we go. This is the song I'm doing here for you guys. Yeah, cash flow, it's your day, let it go. Cash flow, every day, let it go. Cash flow every single day, folks. I mean, that was a little bit of a DJ mid-set. Be fearful. If you're not buying, if you're waiting to buy, I think you're waiting to die. You can't wait. Waiting is never going to be the answer. I know it's scary. I know the money's drying up, but I'm telling you why. I'm showing you how the economic machine works. that you can take advantage. When the market is stagnant and nothing is moving, here's the deal. There's no appreciation. It's a flat market. This is the opportunity. It's the opportunity to raise private capital. There's a lot of money in Canada, which is RSP money. There's a lot of money that's sitting on the sidelines in equity. It's looking for a place to go when the market is stagnant or slightly up. Your job is to get access to that private capital and to maximize your cash flow. One strategy I love in a flat market is raising capital and becoming a private lender. Becoming a private lender is all about money arbitrage. I can borrow funds at 8, 9%, and I can deploy those funds into active real estate deals at 12, 13, 15, 20%. And the way that that works is I'm basically a fiduciary, a middleman on the money. I borrow the money into my business. I then deploy the money back in with active operators. The people who want a passive income get that through me. The people who are actively flipping and doing deals are able to do so, and I become a funder in the deal. I've done this with a lot of different people. The benefit for me is simple. It's basically living in the spread between what you borrow and what you redeploy. Now, it's an advanced strategy. You've got to understand the economics of it. You have to understand the protocol in an event of a default. So if that person defaults, especially in Ontario, you have what's called the power of sale process, which you can go in. And by the way, let me make one clear point. I think being a landlord is great from a position of long-term wealth building, but I will say this to you. If you have money right now and you're sitting on the sidelines, becoming a lender is superior to becoming a landlord. Why? Because I have all of the benefits on my side as a lender. I can go ahead and take the property, sell the property, power of sale. We have standard default terms. And like, it is actually so much more simple to vacate a property as a lender than it is as a landlord, especially in Ontario. If you're in Calgary, a little bit different. If you're in different parts of the country, a little bit different. But for Ontario, if you're an Ontario lender, give me a shout out in the comments. Let me go, I'm a lender, and then give me a happy face or a sad face if you love this or not. James says, I agree. I agree. All right, growth market. Here we go. Growth market. Listen, reduced inventory. We've experienced the growth market for the last several years. The inventory is low. Aggression is high. Greed is high. Every seller is entitled to more money. Again, and guys, I'm not judging the sellers. It is what it is. You want to make more money. You're in a growth market. You bought a piece of real estate. The demand is high. You did what you did. It was fantastic. I sold a bunch of real estate in the growth market. Here's the opportunity, though, for you. Number one, sell. When the market goes up, I sold. Guys, I sold hundreds of properties in the growth market. But Ben, didn't you leave some money on the table? But Ben, didn't you this and this and this? Yeah, folks, but I also sold and recapitalized my bank account. So now I'm sitting on so much capital that I can do deals. By the way, if you're in this community and want to do some business, feel free to shoot me a message and let's do some business. Shoot me a message either in the Facebook chat. And if you're not in CashFlow Tribe or your friends aren't in, get involved, get plugged in here. Here's the thing, selling for a premium. I know very well. I bought a property for $289 by the time everything happened. And this was maybe 6-7 years ago. I sold that property for $971,000 like a year and a half ago. That's 3 times what I paid for it, just about, which is incredible to me. But in a growth market, I'm selling. I'm accumulating in a down market, accumulating in a down market. I'm raising capital in a flat market. I'm still accumulating, but not as aggressive. And by the time the market starts to crest and come back up, I've already accumulated properties and capital. So I'm selling all the way up the food chain. Guess what I'm doing today? How many of you on the call think I'm buying right now? How many of you on the call think I'm aggressively making offers right now? How many of you on the call in a depressed market think that me, who has cash, is making aggressive offers buying real estate? I am, and so should you. And if you have inventory that's keeping you like in a stagnation mode and you don't want to buy until you sell, listen, it's time to play much bigger, and it's time to understand that the timing is on your side for a small window. Let me show you this other slide here. This is an passive to active model that I've used for years. I've shared this with you guys on webinars. I've shared this with people on the boot camps. I've gone over and over again in this. There's 2 main points here. Number 1, don't fall in love with any one strategy. I'm strategy agnostic, whether it's wholesale, retail, flip, vendor take back, creative finance, Airbnbs, renting out the property, or being a private lender. Don't fall in love. Don't change your identity to become a strategy. I'm a landlord. I'm a flipper. No, you have to be malleable. We have to be flexible. Thanks, Tessa. We got to be flexible, guys. so that when the market shifts, you shift. There's a thing out there called the blush method. I'll put this in the comments for you. It's called blush. Buying, lending, unsure, selling, or holding. Every single investor is in one or more of those categories. You're not a buyer forever. You're a buyer until the market turns, then you're a seller. You're a holder until the market turns or the market gives you opportunities, then you become a lender. Folks, don't fall in love with one strategy. Understand the entire picture. Zoom out and see the entire picture of real estate. It's far bigger than just one little strategy. And here's my second big rule. And listen, if you got burned by this hot potato market, I'm so sorry to hear that. I feel for you. I need you to understand something. Every deal I do, I have a secondary exit. I have a plan B. If I decide to wholesale a deal and I can't close it, I will wholesale it. If I can't wholesale it, I'm going to do the fix up and flip the property. If I can't flip the property, I'll do a creative finance structure. If I can't do a creative finance structure, I'll rent the deal out. If I can't get the rented deal out and get enough income, I'll turn it into an Airbnb. Folks, I will have exit 1, exit 2, exit 3, exit 4. And every deal that I buy, listen to me because this will help you in the long run. Every deal that I buy, I am prepared to keep that deal for 10 years. If you don't have that level of conviction about a deal, you are gambling and you're taking risks that you shouldn't take, and you will get caught. I know very, very smart people that have been in this business for 10 plus years, and they got caught holding hot potato deals that they can't afford with private financing. If you got private financing from one of these big wigs that charge you 15% plus, and now you're in a shitty spot because you don't know how to get out of the deal and you can't sell your flip and you have no intention or plans of owning it, it's time to call the big wigs and go, hey, you took a risk lending money. I took a risk buying deals at basically full market value. We need to renegotiate our terms and we need to find an answer that works. Help me help you. Otherwise, guys, most of us are going to do this cardinal sin and blow through all the money and equity we've built over the years because we tried to flip a house literally at the worst possible time and the market turned on you in an instant. I need you to remember something as I wrap up. It's cool when the market goes up. Everybody's excited. Everybody's borrowing money. Everybody's raising capital. Everybody's doing deals. Everybody's whatever. The market dropped way faster than it went up. And you got caught with your pants down. So what do? Well, listen, in a down market, take the inventory you have, take the properties you're struggling with, and you need to reduce the significance on those deals, put them in a box, give them 1 hour a day to solve whatever problem that is, rent those properties out for whatever you can get, keeping in mind the appreciation is still growing. You'll be just fine. You will be just fine if you can hang on to those deals for 5 or 10 years. Okay? And then immediately take 70% of your time every day and focus on growth. Focus on more deals, better deals. Focus on discounted deals. Go and build some equity, even if you have 1, 2, 5, or 10 properties over here that you can't sell. And if you can't get enough rent to cover the cash flow, then message me. There's different ways to do this. You don't have to be cash flow positive. I know this is CashFlow Tribe. I get it. I'm going to change the name, though, maybe to call Freedom Tribe. We just need to be free from oppression. We need to be free from financial constraints. And just because you lose a couple bucks on a deal doesn't mean you can't go do other deals to absolutely radically crush this game with. So hear me when I say this, folks. I care about you. I want you to succeed. But we got to stop living in fear over this stuff. If the market's going up, you already know your play. But don't forget it comes down. Now that it's coming down, cooling off, easing, whatever, I'm not waiting on the government of Canada to go ahead and print some money or do another stimulus. Right? I'm not waiting on anybody. Folks, you cannot wait. It's time to take control. Make offers. Make aggressive offers. Start going to recapitalize some of the equity that you gave off. If you're in a position of cash, amazing. God bless you. That's awesome. Go and do some deals. If you have zero cash and you're brand new to this world and you're super nervous and you're super scared, hey, listen, you're in a really tough time to buy real estate because everybody's telling you the bad news. I'm here to tell you the good news. And the good news is you just caught a break. You just caught a break in price action. Now, is it going to be as easy to finance the deals? No. Should you try? Oh, yeah. Should you raise off-market capital? Oh, yeah. Should you raise capital from people that have access to capital like I do? Like my business, folks, is leveraging and using capital. That's it. If you ask TJ in this group, I'm a money mentor more than a real estate mentor. Use the money to win. Get on the right side of this growth. So I was thinking about something. I mentor and I teach and I train every day, all day. And I had an idea the other day. I'm going to do something pretty rad. I just thought about this. I don't know how to choose somebody, so I need your opinion. But I think I'm going to do something. I'm going to go live for anybody who's willing. I'm going to pick one person, and I'm going to go live with that person for probably a month. And we'll have structured calls. And I'm going to literally, as the mentor, and I'm just going to do a deal with that person. Somebody brand new, somebody struggling, somebody who just can't make it work. And I want to do a live intervention for somebody who needs this in the community and help them crush a deal. And I want all of you to participate, support. You come watch, come hang out. There's no cost to it, totally free. But I just want to show you that this is possible, even in a hard market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together an email with the team. If you're not on the CashFlow Tribe email list, you should get on that today, right now, actually. CashFlowTribe.com, join the email list, get in on that. And we're going to drop an email, and I'm going to go, we're going to pick somebody, and I will, listen, folks, I'm going to pour into that person live, regardless of the problem. And we will not quit until we get a deal. We will not quit. We will keep this going forward. Why? Number one, I believe in the power of abundance and the power of proximity. And sometimes you need somebody right next to you to make this work. And I believe in the power of community. And if we can rally around somebody, and I also believe in the power, like that community and abundance can truly create and light a fire of momentum under people. And if you simply watch somebody else who's struggling, all of a sudden start buying real estate deals in the market where people tell you it's not possible, it may trigger something in your brain that you go, wow, I can do this. Guys, confidence is the hardest part of this business. Confidence is tough in a declining market. I know it's hard. You might be living with pain. You might be living with family that doubts you. You might be living with tremendous self-doubt, self-criticism. Maybe you screwed up in the past. Maybe you went through a divorce. Whatever happened in your life to lead you down to CashFlow Tribe, I want to just say to you, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your emotions, with your intention. We're here to love you. We're here to help you win. We're here to empower Canadians. My whole mission and vision is to truly empower people that want to win in life and help them grow in their life, in their finances, in their marriage, in their physical fitness. And you may came here, maybe your intention wasn't to go and do a deal. Maybe it was just to come and show up and be a part of what we're doing because you just wanted to see how this works. If that's the case, I encourage you, just be a part of this experience with us. I'll make it available to every single person that wants access to it. It'll be an extremely private Zoom connection. And we'll identify one person that truly needs a win. If that's you, here's what I want you to do. I want you to just go ahead and flood my inbox. If you need a win, share with me your story. My email is ben@humble.ceo. And I'm going to go into the CashFlow Tribe community. Somebody drop that into the messages, ben@humble.ceo. And share with me your story. Maybe you've tried this for a while and you've been struggling. Maybe you went through our trainings, but you needed a more hands-on approach. Maybe you're in our community and you're living with so much personal baggage that all the education in the world won't help you actually move the needle for yourself and close the gap. And if you're in our community, folks, cashflowtribe.com, make sure we have your email, make sure on the email list. I'm gonna help somebody and we're gonna follow this journey because as a community, I want to rally around some greater causes. For those of you that may or may not know, 3 weeks ago, I was so blessed and fortunate to be on a stage with 300 business owners, and we raised $500,000 to fight global human trafficking for Operation OUR, which stands for Operation Underground Railroad Project. You can Google them, and they go into the toughest neighborhoods in the world, and they send people in there to save little children, girls and boys, and women and men from child trafficking, sex trafficking, and something really stuck with me. They said that the cartels realized a while ago that they can sell a kilo of cocaine one time, but they can sell the same little boy or girl 12 times a day, and it just broke my heart. I think as a community, we need to rally around each other. We need to create a much more for purpose element, and I want to step into that calling. with all of the abundance that we've done and created here in this community and in my personal life. Like, guys, I've been living off real estate since 2013. We built this community and funded this community without an expectation for profit. We actually built this for impact. And the money that you contribute to our group is, if you're a member of any of our products or services, they go to pay for our employees and the teams and all the events that we put together. But folks, the mission is way, way bigger, way, way bigger. We want to help you. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you win. And then I want to help do amazing things for the world. So if you want to join me in some of these initiatives, I'd be honored to help lead these. And I'll put my dollars out there first. Folks, if you're on call, you want to say a quick goodbye or drop a quick comment, do so now in the next 30 seconds. If you want to share your name so people know who you are, this is live on multiple platforms. I'm just so honored to be part of this community. I'm honored to be your fearless leader. And folks, if you want more of these live calls on very specific strategies or topics, please post them in our CashFlow Tribe Facebook group or on cashflowtribe.com on our website. We have a forum there where investors can connect. If you're not a member of our online platform, join us today, cashflowtribe.com to be a member there. It's 100% free for you to join us. And just keep sharing with me where we can lead and serve. Please, your voices matter, your intention matters, and who you are matters. Thank you for being a part of this call. I love each and every one of you. I'm excited. I see a couple of friends in the comments from Jameson to Ken. I see Tessa in the comments. And I see Quentin again. Like, I'm on a couple different platforms here. Guys, God bless you. Have an amazing day. I'm here to help and serve you and help you grow. One last thing is this. I wrote a book called Real Estate Secrets Exposed. It's here somewhere, and it helps you identify your path with real estate as a vehicle for wealth creation in Canada. It's a Canadian book called RESE, Real Estate Secrets Exposed. It was an Amazon bestseller when it came out. If you need a copy of that book, you can grab it from Amazon. All the money goes to Caring House Project, a charity that I support, building homes in Haiti. Grab a copy of that. If you can't afford it and you just want it for free, you can grab a quick copy. Send me an email and I'll send you over a PDF version of that absolutely free on me. I have a copy of that book. You can read through it. Hopefully it can help impact your life. Ben at humble.ceo to do that. Guys, have an amazing day. Be blessed. I'm off to go and save the world, and I'm encouraging you to do the same. Let's fight for freedom. Let's fight for growth. Let's fight for each other. I'm excited for that person in this community that's going to go on this incredible journey with me personally, so we can share it with every single person in hopes of inspiring you to do more. God bless you guys. Take care. Be blessed. Stay humble.